SEO basics for beginners in 2021. How to rank in Google.
Yep, it's a hot topic, because more and more people wanna be SEO experts because they see their salary, probably how they can earn in the future, and most of them don't know where to start. And I was on the same boat. I didn't know where to start. That's why I hired a few specialists to help me with website promotion. And during some time, I decided to learn myself. I can explain why. Because for 2 years, probably 3 people couldn't promote my website. And yep, I wasted a lot of time and more important, money. And that's why I decided to learn myself. Yep, Paul, tell me, how do you learn SEO?
SEO brings the most traffic to any website for majority of the marketing channels. And the way I learned it was also knowing that behind and looking at my analytics. And I saw that, Google is driving the biggest amount of traffic. So I was looking like, at the time when I first learned it, I didn't have enough money, a lot of money as well. And so I was trying to research for free tools. I was looking at things like, back in the days or something like, oh my God.
Google Search Console?
Yeah.
Analytics.
There's so many things. You can just use Google itself, right? I'd have told you, if you wanted to rank on Google, just look at Google and see what people are ranking for and what Google offers. Google offers a lot of free tools. They offer like Google Analytics for free. They offer Google Search Console for free. They have Google Keyword Planner if you open up a Google paid search account. So there's a lot of free tools that you can use out there.
Yeah, and John Mueller replied to one question about using paid tools. He told you don't need to use any tools, just use free tools from Google. No, they are awesome, but of course they have advantages and disadvantages because paid tools can provide a little bit more information about keyword difficulty or competition in SEO. And yeah, to learn more backlinks from your competitors, how they create these links. I think that if you wanna know SEO, it's better to start from learning tools. And the most important tools, of course, is Google Search Console and Google Analytics. You can find some courses online to learn from them, even to get some certificates after courses, because it's important to know these tools. You can skip any other tools, but the two tools from Google you need to know. And after this, when you learn free tools, spend time to choose one tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush, Serpstat, Majestic, Moz, and many others. Learn advantages and disadvantages from these tools and choose that are working for you. Probably most SEO specialists use SEMrush and Ahrefs. Yeah, both are great, but I use Moz as well because I provide some local SEO, and yeah, on this tool you can order submissions, website submissions, locations, citations, and something like this. Paul, do you use Moz?
I used Moz before, but I usually use SEMrush and Ahrefs nowadays, and Majestic for like backlink checking, and also a tool called BrightEdge, which is an enterprise SEO platform, which is more for B2B companies or just huge enterprise companies. But once we get these tools, whether it's free or paid, what do we do with these tools? I mean, these tools are for keyword research, right? So we want to look for keywords that would help us drive more traffic. So what are some ways that you look at researching keywords for your website?
I think that I use many ways. It depends on the customer that ask me to provide traffic, because if you limit yourself with one tool, it's hard to get the full picture, because some tools are great with one type of keywords, others with others, and it's okay, perfectly fine. Just consider many tools, even to check out manually. For example, if you open Google, you can type your keyword, you can do it on Amazon, and to learn insights from search tab. Because sometimes you can find some interesting ideas. Even Wikipedia, you can open Wikipedia to learn from your topics as well. Don't limit yourself, because sometimes you can find some interesting keyword ideas from one tool, another tool, or using search tab in many other resources. And when you have this list of keywords, the second way what you can do to learn, can you create something better, much better than existing one? Because most masters try to cover a lot. They create a lot of mediocre content because of limited resources, and create these pages and can't get traffic. And when they try to figure out what's going on, it's not good, because mediocre content doesn't work. For example, if you are talking about social media, you can create a lot of content because nobody knows what works there. But for Google, it's super important to create high quality content, and where you can start to learn user intent. Paul, tell me about user intent.
User intent starts from the buyer's journey, right? You want to know whether you're just researching as educational, whether it's going to be transactional, or whether you're ready to buy. So optimizing for these keywords is very important. But with SEO, importantly, it's like that what ranks really well are these educational articles. Like, what is this? How to that? So these are like more low competition, long tail keywords that I feel that a beginner should prioritize, because when you go for low competition keywords, it'll be a much more satisfaction ranking for these keywords because it may be a lot more easier. And if you think about it, if you rank for a bunch of low competition keywords with maybe not as much search volume as something with a more popular keyword, you add that all together, you sometimes will get more traffic than just ranking for that one main keyword that's like maybe just 2 words, 1 word, which will also not be satisfying your searcher's intent. So I recommend making sure going for low competition, long tail that are more question-based to help you get started when you start learning SEO and start ranking. So how about you, Anatoly? Yeah.
Moz shares the study that 80% of all sales provide long tail keywords. And I often see when webmasters try to cover only high volume keywords that are overpriced, overwhelmed with competition. Skip them. When you use long tail keywords, you can find low competition, and these keywords sell much more than high volume keywords. And of course, I like to analyze competition in SEO by using Ahrefs, or you can use Majestic, SEMrush, and you can pay attention with keywords that cost per click is high, but low competition in SEO. That means these keywords sell, but you don't need to spend a lot to get results in SEO field. And when you have your content plan, when you know user intent, you choose priorities. The next step to create something better than existing content. And I often tell all my customers, forget about SEO. Seriously, create content for human, because we serve human. Google serves human. You need to forget about SEO to create the best possible content. SEO only helps to optimize this content with Google, and the best way where you can start to optimize your titles and descriptions, because most users don't know about your content before opening that. And titles and descriptions provide insights about your content. I use a few tricks. For example, for titles and descriptions, we submit numbers, brackets, powerful words, or something similar, just to provide a strong reason to open your content. By the way, I have a free tool. I will submit this tool in the description below. You can measure your titles and descriptions with my tool. It's very simple. CoSchedule has the same tool. My team took something from their tool and created our tool with our advantages, of course. And and the next step to provide link building. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Like this video, ask any questions. We will reply to all of them, and see you next time.